Here at Streamlabs, we strive to make things as effortless as possible for you, the streamer, so that way you can give all your dedication and time to your community and viewers. Which is why we're proud to announce today the new edition of Automatic Game Capture that's going to reduce the friction of the time it takes for you to manage your stream, so that way you can continue to be awesome during your live streams. Let's talk about it. Hey all, Wild4Games here, your Streamlab advisor to make you bigger and better. And in today's video, we're gonna go over the brand new edition of the Automatic Game Capture. First of all, what is it? Auto Game Capture will automatically detect and broadcast the game you are playing to your live stream. To use this new feature, simply add a game capture source or change your current game cap source to auto mode. Now, you can easily swap between most games simply by clicking on and starting the game you want to play. Streamlabs OBS will automatically manage the size and resolution of the source, so you no longer have to adjust the source properties. That's right, you no longer have to update your game capture sources every time you play a new game. If you're the type of streamer out there that plays video games, we strongly recommend you use this new auto detect feature. It is awesome, especially if you're a variety streamer out there bouncing from game to game in a stream. This is just another reason why Streamlabs OBS is making everything better for you, the streamer out there. Now, this isn't the only awesome addition that Streamlabs has just recently come out with. You should take a look at the new editor layout. In fact, I'm gonna put a
for your channel. We're confident, blah, blah, blah. Kindly verify that your email address is active so we can share additional details. So at first sight, this looks like a typical reach out email about a potential collaboration. So I said, yes, this is the right email to reach me. And they reply with this. Greetings, thank you, something, something, campaign details. We aim to feature a customized 15-second Zomato advertisement in your upcoming YouTube videos. Now, this should have been an immediate red flag because this shows that this company or the person pretending to be this company doesn't actually know the YouTube's terms of service, because on YouTube you can't just inject an ad into your video without giving any of your own commentary. It's against the terms of service. But me being me, I overlooked this part. I thought maybe they're doing this for the first time and they don't know, so I just carried on. Then they said, watch a sample ad video at this URL. And this video is from their official channel with over 500,000 subscribers, and it has over 400,000 views. So I watched it and it basically looks just like your regular ad. Now here they provided the compensation information, which should have been another red flag. First off, it's very rare that a brand does this and gives a whole pricing table for what they pay for creators, but I thought maybe they're just a huge company and they want to save time, so I can feel free to categorize myself. And look at those compensations. Anyway, on to the collaboration steps. Review the advertising agreement and materials provided in the link below. Once we receive the completed agreement, we will transfer 50% of the agreed amount to your bank details provided in the contract. After the advertisement is posted, the remaining amount will be transferred to your account. To me, this looked like a standard procedure, so I continued onward onto the next massive red flag. They said, here's the Access promo kit, including the agreement and advertising materials at the following link, and it has a password. Now, the reason someone would add a password onto a zip file, and this is an archived file, you can see the extension is .rar. So the reason someone would add a password is that so Google or Microsoft, you can see this is uploaded to OneDrive, wouldn't be able to scan what's inside of this file and detect any viruses. And actually, if I just take a screenshot here and then compress this file with a password, you'll notice that when I try to open it, it asks me for a password. And then if I share this file with someone else via Google Drive and then try to download this file, you'll notice that it says Google Drive can't scan this file for viruses. So the reason why someone would add a password to a zip file inside of OneDrive or Google Drive is to make sure that no viruses get detected.
Another Progressive home and auto bundle fully protected from the unexpected.
Beetlejuice caused quite a ruckus, huh?
Jamie, don't say his name.
Oh, relax. You have to say it at least 2 more.
So knowing this information, I decided to completely ignore this and just downloaded this straight onto my Mac. Thankfully, I did this on my Mac, not on Windows, and I'll show you why in a second. I'm going to open this file. Hopefully this doesn't nuke my computer. Now inside of here, I can find another zipped file called the Agreements Archive and the Copyright Data that says that the contents of this archive are basically protected by copyright, and the use of this material may lead to legal action. This is obviously to show that this is serious. And once I extracted this Zomato Agreements archive, I found an exe file inside, and that's when I realized that I need to jump over to Windows to open this file because it's an exe file. And thankfully, while turning on my Windows computer, my brain had a little split second to process what I was doing, and that's when a little alarm went off in my head. A purple burglar alarm. So once I was inside, I thankfully decided to spin up a virtual machine. Now, for those of you that don't know, a virtual machine is essentially a fake computer inside your computer. So if I open VirtualBox, which is a software that lets you create virtual machines, here I have 2 instances of Windows. If I open one of them, it will run Windows within my Windows. And whatever you do inside of that machine, if you install any viruses, if you screw something up, you can simply close this window, come back here, and delete this machine. Nothing on your actual computer gets affected. And this is very useful for testing purposes when you're unsure if you're visiting a safe website or if the file you downloaded gives you any viruses. So thankfully, I decided to open this link inside of the virtual machine. You can also copy something on your host machine, and then here under devices, you can do a shared clipboard from host to guest, which means that it will let you paste things from your clipboard inside of the virtual machine. So I can just copy and paste this link. Or can I? Yes, I can. So I downloaded this file, for which of course I needed WinRAR by WinRAR. So let's actually open this file and the archive that's inside of it. It needs the password. I'm also going to disable the shared clipboard so it doesn't weasel its way through into my actual PC. And let's see what we find inside. We have the comprehensive digital agreement analysis of contractual terms and payment without a space structures.exe. Nice. Let's put everything on the desktop. Then there's some random photo here, and this is the star of the show, the exe file. Before I open it, let's open Windows Defender and see what happens once I open this file. Obviously, let's turn on virus and threat protection, and here we go. Boom. It gives me an error and it says threats found. Microsoft Defender found threats. Get details. Oh, and it's gone. It might be because it deleted the threat, or maybe it only thinks that it deleted it. Here it says threat quarantined, and if I expand this, ooh, Trojan virus, ladies and gentlemen. Now imagine if I had opened this on my actual computer, not inside of a virtual machine. This would have been bad, but now since I did it inside of a virtual machine, I can simply right click and delete all the files, and it's gone. And I can right click on this one, choose clone, and have the clone of my Windows clone. That's why I have two virtual machines now. One for normal usage, one that I can duplicate after I delete the one that I nuked. So I can choose where I want to save it, and it will create a full clone of this clean virtual machine that I can use for things like this. But lo and behold, a couple of days later, I get a different email. This time it's about Sony Vegas from Vegas PR. Greetings, dear social monitor. I'm a manager of Vegas Studio. Our team of experts find your content suitable for an integration into our product. Can we discuss the details? Now, there's nothing really wrong with this email, and seeing that I recently made this video about DaVinci Resolve, made sense that someone from Sony Vegas, which is a video editing software, would reach out to me because they want to do a sponsorship about their software. Now, there's one thing here. We would be glad to work with you if you are this weirdly interested. These look like the type of symbols that someone would use for a bunch of automated emails, and something like the recipient's name would go inside of these brackets, and then the software would automatically fill it in for every email so that it feels personal. So I said, what kind of integration are you looking for? And here was the response. Dear influencer, could have at least grabbed my name from the previous email, although I have a very professional email name. Anyway, thank you for your interest and a bunch of other stuff. To learn more, I invite you to check out the features and functions. This is basically a link to the official Sony Vegas website. Wait, is it the actual website? VegasCreativeSoftware.com. Yes, so it is the official website. And then they say we're interested in integrating a 30-second promotional video, just like the previous email. And from this sentence, it should have been immediately clear to me that the person writing this email doesn't know anything about the YouTube sponsor service. Also, I should have definitely checked out this domain name. It has Vegas Creative Software, which is the domain of the official website, .com.pl. And this is definitely not official. Let's see what happens if we go here. Ooh, happy to see your domain with Hostinger. So they're hosting this website on Hostinger. And if we go into the Who Is database, we can see when it's been registered. It's from the Netherlands, okay? It was created this year. But this is definitely not the official domain name of Vegas Software. There's a bunch of other information about the payment. The cost of 30-second integration ranges from 1,000 to 7,000 USD. Anyway, you can familiarize yourself with the options of adding following link. And once again, there is a password. But this time, there's also a Mac version. And thankfully, I also decided to do this inside of a virtual machine. So let's open the other Windows clone one more time and see how good of an opportunity this sponsorship is. Shared clipboard. The ZipX file. Oh, I'm so glad I didn't do this on my actual computer. Anyway, let's open this with WinRAR that I don't have anymore because I deleted the previous Windows Defender one more time. Turn everything on. And let's open the desktop, which requires a very strong password that is Vegas. Everything's on the desktop, and threats are immediately found. Protection history, severe one more time. Looks like we got ourselves another Trojan virus. Beautiful. HTML. HTML. And this time it was inside of this folder, the Contract Vegas Pro. Let's actually go inside here, inside of the archive, and extract it once again. Vegas, and as soon as I extract it, Windows immediately catches this as a virus file. Now, what's especially scary with these is that you can't know for sure if Windows Defender defended these. Trojan backattack.h!ml. The the same I had, is incredibly difficult to erase by hand. It puts its files in multiple places throughout the disk and can restore itself from one of the parts. Yeah. So even if you think it's gone, it comes right back. Look at the resolution of these media assets. Anyway, let's power off the virtual machine and send it to the trash once again, delete all files, and make a clone of a clone of a clone of this one.
24/7 lasting odor protection.
Dawn Platinum removes 99% of grease. It's the GOAT. And that's coming from a duck. The better grease getter.
Now, if you want to set up these virtual machines for yourself, you can use a free software called VirtualBox. All you have to do is download it and install it, and then download the operating system that you want to install onto it. If it's Windows, you're looking for a Windows ISO file. Just look for download Windows 11. And here's the first link. If you scroll down, you're looking for the Windows disk image or the ISO file. I'm going to select this download and click download now. This file is pretty big, like 6 or 7 gigabytes, so it's going to take some time to download it. But once it's done, you should have something that looks like this. It's an ISO file. Now, I already have it here downloaded, and once you have the Oracle VirtualBox software installed, you can go into Machine, New, and here it will let you set up the virtual machine. Here's the folder where the virtual machine will be saved, and here under the ISO image, you want to select this file. So I'm going to expand this, choose Other, and on my desktop, select this file. And I have to give this machine a name. Next, here it's asking how much of your computer's memory and processor cores you want to allow for the virtual machine to use. Generally, you want to go with less than half. So I'm going to give it 12 gigs of RAM and something like 4 processor cores. Next, since it's an operating system, it also needs space. So here you can assign how much space you want to give it. I wouldn't recommend doing something less than 20 gigabytes. Something like 80 gigabytes is fine. Next, here it gives you the summary of the virtual machine, and you can click finish. And it's right here. It should start booting up. And once it does, it's your typical Windows installation process. Or not. It says the virtual machine failed to boot. It wants me to select the ISO file again and shut it down. Then right click, go into settings. Inside of system, I'm going to deselect the floppy disk because I believe this was the problem last time. So now if I start it, it should boot up straight into the Windows install. Probably. Maybe not. Press any key to boot from CD or DVD. I just pressed a random key and oh, here we go. Never mind. Windows cannot read the product key setting from the unattended answer file. Had this issue before as well. Not 100% sure how I fixed it though. Oh, under storage, I deleted this, I think. And there we go. This is just your typical Windows installation process. By the way, if you don't want it asking you to create a Microsoft account, you can go into Devices, then Network, and toggle Connect Network Adapter. This essentially will disconnect your virtual machine from the internet. And then once you're inside of Windows, you can enable it again. And one more thing that you can do is once it finishes all of this and prompts you into the setup screen, let's wait for that to happen. Also, if you're
protect the bombs.
You can use VMware Fusion to create a virtual machine, which make it
Swapping bags!
on Windows.
Adding some protection.
So it is not the most seamless experience. Let's shut it down and open it back up again. It should continue, right? Play tutorial. Okay, the Windows installation process is not super seamless, but once you do it once, you can keep duplicating the clean machine one so that you don't have to install another one again once that one gets infested.
Swapping mates!
Yes. Okay.
Be advised, a bomb location has been compromised.
You want to click
Down to 5
Shift
seconds.
F10, which will open up this window. Then
Bomb
select
located by Op 4.
because otherwise, it will not let you type inside of it. And then type in OOBE, then this backwards slash and bypass NRO, which will restart this, and you will not have to create any Microsoft accounts or any other stuff while you're installing Windows. You'll just be able to click yes, next bunch of times, and you'll be on your desktop. And here, when we disabled the internet before, now lets us press I don't have internet. You must connect to the internet. Continue with limited setup. I'm just going to click next a bunch of times and finish the installation process. The lesson that I learned from all of this is even though you know a bunch of this stuff, like to check the domain names, when you get complacent and you're not actively looking for these things, it's so easy to slip up. I almost opened the first one on my actual it's been horrible. Oh, there's Psych.
My name is Ashley. Some rap.
rheumatoid arthritis. The smallest things can feel like the biggest obstacles, but Xeljanz may help. Xeljanz is moderate to severe rheumatoid arthritis. Xeljanz is a pill, not an injection. So when you've taken a TNF blocker like Humira and it did not work well, know there are other treatment options like Xeljanz. Xeljanz can help relieve joint pain and swelling, stiffness, joint damage. Some saw improvement within 2 weeks. Xeljanz helps RA fatigue. Your ability to fight infections, including TB. Serious infections and blood clots, some fatal. Cancers including lymphoma, skin and lung cancer, death, heart attack, stroke, and tears in the stomach or intestines occur. People 50 and older with at least one heart disease risk factor have higher risks. Don't take if allergic to Xeljanz. Serious damage can happen. With Xeljanz, fees as low as $0 per month. Ask your doctor about Xeljanz.
15 seconds.
Imagine if every hour you spent
10 seconds to go. One friendly operator remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Time limit reached.
2. They upload videos playing on their world in the beta version of Minecraft. With over 40 plus videos, I decided to take a glance at one of them, but I had no clue that I was about to dig myself in the deepest rabbit hole of my life. The first episode is named
Somebody play Doc.
WMV. Before Andrew joins the world, we already noticed something 2 seconds into the video. For a single frame, we're given a secret Minecraft menu. Besides the version text being gone and the copyright message being slightly different, the only significant change is the menu text. Altogether, it reads,
Secure the bombs.
Palladium will be dead. Now, we don't know who or what Palladium is, but again, it just started the video, so we'll have Andrew's alternate is on version beta 1.0.6. Exploring, we see this happen. After the stream went crazy, the sound
Sending mail the old-fashioned way. We switched to stamps.com and now I buy exact postage with the click of a button. Bring
10 seconds remaining.
Anywhere I need. Sign up at stamps.com/30 days to get $5
5 seconds left.
postage plus free supplies with your risk-free trial.
Increased surveillance on bombs. Op 4 has a diffuser.
Reloading! Cover me!
For a little Specialist Miller buys in bulk. For a lot of savings, bundles are home and auto insurance with USAA. Putting more money back? That's what we're made for. Call for a quote.
Down in the video, we see bad, but there's obsidian on the floor with a and watch all who approach. Andrew decides to walk away. Speed sensor deployed! And the screen starts glitching, producing weird sounds while we see the obsidian, and he stays there until the video ends. Disregarding the video, I didn't mention it. Does not also from Andrew's game is called Living Mice, which came out in 2011 and beta version 1.5 in 2010. Reloading! Andrew's playing on throughout this video. So if I don't mention all the inconsistencies, it's because it's not significant to the story. Moving forward,
Friendly, last operator standing. Be advised, Op 4 has located a bomb.
symbol, which we can make out to be the numbers 46, which would make sense. This version and because of the types of versions in beta 1.0, which means something is going on with the number 46. With the sign and Andrew being what looks to be pulled back to the 46 symbol, it's clear Andrew is being controlled, but right now there's a lot of information that needs more context, so we have to move on to episode 2. The video begins with Andrew collecting sand. 10 seconds into the video, he takes the sand and hovers it over his head. It's a bit odd, but it doesn't really mean anything. He heads to his
Op 4, last operator standing.
He goes hunting for food, but right when he takes fall damage, the screen goes cryptic, but looking back at it frame by frame, there's nothing to notice, so we'll have to let it go. He then looks up into the sky before we get this weird flashbang. We can tell the sky has gotten darker. Not only that, when the video was fading, the number 46 was not affected, confirming our theory that the 46 is not a game version. We notice he's walking in a familiar area until we notice unusual blocks on the ground. Upon a closer
15
look,
seconds.
these blocks aren't even a part of Minecraft.
Directly on 4 ping, planting.
Expires in 10 seconds. Bomb diffuser in place.
It seems like whatever these things are must be taking a toll on his computer, as we can see him getting pushed back whenever he's walking. Once he gets to the
Diffuser
46
located.
symbol we saw
Disable
last
it.
episode, things look a lot different. The sign appears to be the same, but right behind it is a cross. With the no-name blocks becoming an infestation to the area, whatever is going on could possibly be connected to a cult or a religion. And if the version of the game being altered still doesn't convince you, Andrew goes into F1 and 46 is the he then continues walking away that so distorted, all you can do is just listen to it.
You have disabled the bomb diffuser. Good work.
Stop us from no
Mission successful.
The sky becomes visible. You can see the stars, but more the clouds. Something is up with the clouds. They look unusual, and it seems Andrew notices it too. Shout out to Plexus, who was super helpful in this investigation. He points out that the clouds actually resemble the 46 symbol we saw in the first episode. Make no mistake, anyone can put text on screen with the number 46. Anyone can just build the number 46 in Minecraft, but you can't just alter the Minecraft clouds to spell out 46. What is happening on Andrew's world? This isn't just some coincidence, because this isn't possible. Cults normally have themselves a symbol, something they use to represent themselves, and I believe that whoever this cult is uses 46 to represent themselves.
Protect the bombs.
In episode 3, Loading the mag. Is the version that came back to base. Nothing to do with the anomaly, but while Andrew is walking, pay attention to the following clip. Andrew stumbles upon a glowstone block pictured as an eye. Remember this because we
10 seconds remaining. Down to 5 seconds. Be advised, a bomb location has been compromised. Op 4 has located the bomb. Be ready for hostile action. Your location has been compromised. One friendly operator remaining.
Space. He returns back to his home and starts building himself a cobblestone dome before the video ends. Besides the weird eye we saw in the beginning of the video, there's not much to go into, so instead I'll go straight into episode 4.
All friendlies were eliminated. Mission failure.
With episode 4, the title explains but his reasoning is a bit odd. I think with my new bridge, I may catch something before it can run away. Who or what is Andrew exactly seeing? It could be the people that worship this cult secretly spying on Andrew, but there's nothing to confirm that theory, so we'll need to keep digging. Andrew continues building his bridge, but he misplaces a block and gets frustrated, and right after starts hovering sand over his face while shaking his mouse. We also get a better view of the symbol area, but as night approaches, Andrew heads back home before once again his screen starts shaking and he hovers sand over his face. this can't be ignored any longer. Something is going on. There are 4 different times already when Andrew is hovering sand over his face. Sometimes
You need to use your drone to locate a bomb.
sometimes he's out of control. The only pattern though is that it's always the same. Not even moving his screen to all of a sudden freaking out and shaking while putting sand in his face. I'm positive Andrew is being controlled with sand. Other commenters speculate the sand is an addiction to Andrew. Covering the sand over his face is him consuming the sand. If this were the case, it still wouldn't explain why Andrew tries to wear the sand as a helmet. We've seen movies depict people using
Insertion in
sand
10 seconds.
to mind control. Nonetheless,
Be advised your drone has located a bomb. 5 seconds to go.
that Andrew is not safe, but to really let this information hit,
Proceed to bomb's location and defuse it.
Exploration 3. The video begins and we notice the version changes to manifestation version 2. He heads outside and we can see the cobblestone dome is infested with red blocks. As he goes to barricade the door, space again. The item now has a name, which is block. Andrew stumbles upon a chunk. The entire chunk is removed, but before he can explore it, the video cuts to a clip of Andrew finding diamonds found in the chunk area. Now we can imagine this is its matching items and assume this is but if that's the case, how can the cobblestone starts going down? And it's not like Andrew knows
The diffuser is no longer in your possession.
Precaution tells him that he's unfamiliar of who built this, but he grabs the diamonds and starts heading to the bottom where a mine shaft is revealed.
Need this one back.
Exploring, collecting items that shouldn't exist until the red blocks appear again. He checks out the area until we see a black figure in the video ends. So, 2 big questions arise from this episode. What is going on in this clip where he's approaching the diamonds, and who is this black figure? The first situation may be a bit more complicated. First, we need to know why Andrew freaks out in the beginning of the video. Now, I mentioned my theory situation.
The diffuser is now secured.
Over his face, but this time there's what caused this. We notice he blocks
Moving the
door
shield.
from moving, which we know isn't the first time we've seen Andrew do something like this. He knows he's aware
Op 4 last stop standing.
and likely does it to prevent whatever it is.
You have dropped the diffuser.
Becoming more self-aware.
Down to 1 friendly. The diffuser has been secured.
Well, although my evidence was that the items matched with both, so it had to be Andrew, I failed to mention the 4 extra cobblestone blocks in his inventory, which is ironic, because guess how many blocks Andrew would have had if he didn't barricade his door, which is 16. We can tell Andrew wasn't the one who built this path, but if so, then why does his POV have an almost identical inventory?
I knew I was underwater. I just didn't realize I was this underwater. You're stressed.
15 seconds left.
You need better grammar and even any professor.
Diffuser is online and active.
Just highlight your topic and it'll make an outline. Nice. Hey, I think that's it. Welcome to the other side. Download Grammarly for free.
Op 4 neutralized. Mission successful.
Items all the way to the exact durability. Makes sense, unless all from Andrew's perspective. How would we know if this is the first time Andrew has encountered this hole? Although the way he acts confused may seem like it's his first time, considering these people who have the ability to control Andrew, I wouldn't doubt they could also make Andrew wipe his memories. So it seems Andrew must have lost his memories, and this clip that we're seeing is the actual first time he encountered the hole. Okay, question answered, but now what's up with this figure? We only see it for a split second, but for all we know it has no name tag and is completely black. Well, unfortunately, half a second of screen time won't help our answers, but fortunately for us, this won't be the last time we see this thing. Episode 6, we're introduced
locate a bomb.
Andrew walks around exploring the area for a little until he gets teleported in a room with 4 other players. 3 of them seem to look the same, except for the 4th guy, who we can assume is their leader. I'll play out the conversation and then explain what they're talking about, because it gets a bit confusing.
072216. Our first 2 iterations were compromised because of the efforts you made to resist the great number of people continued to adopt their inputs.
Your drone has found a bomb.
He has counted the conspiracy between the last 2 iterations. That will erase his
10 seconds to go.
If you're still confused, don't worry. There's 2 characters we get introduced to.
5 seconds to insertion.
12721.
You've located a bomb. Make your way to its location and defuse it.
Refers to him as 072216.
Drone activated.
This name will be important. 62020 is upset because their first 2 iterations were broken into because of Andrew. These Minecraft versions that don't exist, like 1.0.46 and Manifestation, those are operations. And it seems like Andrew resisting is what caused them to get compromised. And this message also proves that every situation with the sand is because people got eyes on him. 62020 mentions that he can't be further if he knows the is, but they do say that this interaction will get wiped. And then Andrew storms back into his world. The rest of the video is him walking by his house, but before the video ended, we noticed the black figure as well. Before we acknowledge the other side to this world playset, we now see the people who run the playset create all these weird anomalies. We also know that they can remove Andrew's memory whenever they want, allowing them to keep Andrew in forever or until they get access to the conspirator, which leads me to this figure. This is the second time we see it. We don't know who they are, but this figure is conspirator is clear. Andrew talked about seeing things in his world, and maybe this figure is who he's seeing. But its motives are so we'll have to go to 7.
Sending out my drone.
So all you need to know is Andrew makes some changes to his home. But one thing I did notice, the spot where the chunk error happened in episode 5 is gone. It's almost like it's been covered, and Andrew doesn't seem to react. His memory was right. But with that being said, episode 8 brings us back to the area we saw in episode 6. Instead, this time we get the perspective of one of the agents. We find out
Op 4 last stop standing.
right before episode 6. What we're watching is the building process before we saw Andrew get teleported here. Everything was normal until
There's a dark figure standing off in the distance.
Oh! Help me, please!
the game, panicking in chat. And same is said for the final agent when he heads out.
Bomb diffusion initiated. Protect the diffuser.
We've learned something about this figure. It's against the people who keep Andrew captive, and it makes me believe it wants to help Andrew escape. And if that's the case, how come it hasn't? Well, we know that Andrew.
Demos, please! Please, please, please! Please! Thank you, my king.
But it seems like this figure wants to help Andrew, and in episode 9
I'm reloading!
Op 4 eliminated.
Go to these coordinates. They're going to the 7.
But then, Andrew opens chat and stares at it for a second before hitting Control V. He doesn't know why he has this copy, but he can see their coordinates, so he opens up F3 and starts heading there. He arrives to a small room in the mountains with 2 full torches and a chest. Inside it is a book and quill by the Palladium. When he opens it, this is what we're given.
You may not remember who I am right now, but I'm the reflection. I promise you, you are not supposed to be in this place. I don't know how to get you out, but don't